Hi, good morning. Um, I don't know if y'all remember the part where one that I talked about that we used to live on the upstairs and there was no rooms downstairs because it was just the garage and we had to go inside the house uh, through the outside because the rooms were up there. It was like an antique house and and the lady that lived in front of us, her name, we call her La India. Well, this one goes, um it's after that. This scene or this story goes after that. What happened after that? um I remember my brother, he wanted to touch me again, and this time I tried to defend myself because I had grown a little bit. And maybe like 7 years old. And this time I was a little bit stronger, and I think I hit him in his you know where I hit him. And I got scared because he was like crying. And then I ran outside because I knew he was gonna. And the way he fights with me when I was that little, he would treat me just like the boys, punch me and do me some slam, whatever you call that. And oh my God, he was so rough with me. And then so I ran outside and it had rained. Um, so I remember there was like a big splash water, like a splash water, like a little puddle, like all over. And I ran in the puddle. I didn't care if I had shoes or not. I ran in the middle of the puddle, and he was all around trying to extend his hand, to push me out of there. And he kept yelling at me because I knew he was gonna hit me, and I didn't stay there. I didn't care who was watching, the neighbors, and I think he was a little bit cautious about that, but I didn't get out. Uh, and then I think he went inside. He said he was gonna tell my parents that I was acting up. And my parents always believed that I was a bad trouble. I was trouble in my mind, but I was not a bad child the way he would make it seem. And I couldn't tell my parents why. It was embarrassing. And but he would say that I was misbehaving, that I didn't wash dishes, and that I didn't do this, I didn't clean when he asked me to clean. And that's another story. I can tell you, I rebelled later on. I didn't do none of it because I thought it was punishment. I didn't even had my kids. I didn't even punish them by giving them chores, So um, that's another cognitive behavior that I need to talk about, that I have been working and I'm still working, because now that I'm alone, I pay people to come help me, you know, and or my insurance covers for me, and I don't have to deal with that when I can sometimes. But anyway, that's another story. And so he kind of walked away, you know, for a little bit. And I went, I don't know if you remember, but the house in Canal Street or something, they were lifted up and they got some stairs to go up. But I don't know why, but those houses were lifted up and they had like bricks. They were standing like 2 or 3 layers of brick. But then, they had like plywood all around. Well, I went into one of those plywoods that you could go in there, and it was so dark. I went in there, and did you know that I stayed there? So I think it was like around 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't come out from there. I was hungry. I needed to go to the restroom, and um, I didn't come out from there. I was so terrified what he was gonna do to me because he already did things to me that I didn't like, and and I was just thinking of the pain, and and so I stayed there till it got a little dark, and my dad finally showed up, and I got out before my dad could realize that I was outside. He went in, and then I kind of sneak in, and I went. I just went and um with wherever everybody was at, and that was part one. And later I'll be posting part two after that. What happened? Thank you. Have a blessed day.